Hi, Deb here, and I'm making this video specifically for my friend Henry D. He is a recording artist, and I think you would really like him if you check him out. I'll put a link below. I know he's on Apple Music, but anyway, he's a big fan of Patty Duke, as am I. And when she passed away, it kind of threw me for a loop because I didn't realize how important she was to me. So right away I tried to get a Patty Duke doll, which I always wanted anyway. And I looked on eBay and there was a doll and she was only $8. I thought, well, good, they're not cashing in on Patty's passing. And so I bought it right away without really researching. And when she came, it was this doll, which many of you may recognize as Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz. So I decided, okay, it wasn't on purpose, I'm sure. And she was $8. So I turned her into a Patty doll. I gave her a little bit of a flip, the best I could do. And I got her a little schoolgirl dress. So that was my first Patty Duke doll. I'm glad I bought her. This is a real Patty Duke doll from 1965, I believe. Yeah, Horseman, 1965. It's a Horseman doll, so they all have the same face, and I think someone cut her bangs. But anyway, I tried to do her a flip, and I didn't do so well. So anybody got suggestions? I tried the straw thing, so that didn't work. She's wearing a Tammy dress, 1965, at the height of the Patty Duke show. Oh, I loved that show. And I read somewhere that Patty was bipolar before they knew what that was, and that the producers of the show, they wanted a show around her. She was the first person, I think she was the very first person to have their name in a television series. Pretty cool. Anyway, they noticed she was kind of dual personality, so they wrote Kathy as her other personality. I remember William Shallert, the man who played her father, is one of the best actors ever. He said she never got him mixed up. And sometimes Patty would pretend to be Kathy, her identical cousin, and you could tell that it was Patty, not Kathy. She would do the accent slightly differently. She was one of the best actresses ever. So that's my Horseman, 1965 Patty Duke doll. And I have paper dolls. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to see the year. 1965 also. Here's Patty. And here's her identical cousin, Kathy. You could always tell Kathy had the hair flipped under and Patty had the hair flipped up. That's how you told them apart. Plus, Kathy, I think, was Scottish. Boy, she did that accent perfectly. And here's some of the really groovy 60s clothes. Some of them, it's been cut some, but I got it for a good price. This is Whitman. So, the great Patty Duke. There's Patty's picture. I love that show so much. I bought it all on DVD. If you want a little capsule of the 60s, the fun part of the 60s, you'll find it in the Patty Duke show. I so recommend it. Okay, Anna Marie Duke was born 12/14/1946. She is a recipient of an Oscar, 2 Golden Globes, and 3 Emmys. Her Oscar was for The Miracle Worker, where she played Helen Keller, and amazingly well. Makes me tear up just to think about it. Anyway, and one of her Emmys was the 1979 retelling of Helen Keller's story, and then at that point, Patty Duke was playing Anne Sullivan, and she won an Emmy for that. Let's see. Of course, Valley of the Dolls is one of her biggest movies. She was the president of the Screen Actors Guild. She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 1982. Her her managers, or her parents, her father left. He was an alcoholic, or he was asked to leave. Her mother had depression, and so her managers kind of took over her raising, and it was a horrible, sad situation. This woman was a survivor. Let's see. She's also had 2 top 40 hits singing. She has 3 children. She advocated for AIDS, the ERA, nuclear disarmament, all the while suffering with bipolar, but yet she found a way to help other people, and mostly with mental illness. She was outspoken about it. She advocated to help. She changed her world. And I think she didn't have to. She could have just rode on her fame and been okay. Okay, she was the youngest actress to ever have her name on a TV show. She was also, at the time, the youngest actress to win an Oscar for a competitive situation instead of a child honorary Oscar. She actually won for acting. I think that's what I wanted to tell you. There's so much more to learn about Patty Duke. If you don't know her, check her out. She has 3 children. Two are actors. Sean Astin and Mackenzie Astin. Right? Astin? And she has another child. But anyway, that's my Patty Duke tribute. Long overdue, because she's huge in my world, in my childhood. And I should have given tribute to her a long time ago. Thank you, Henry D., for always keeping her in the forefront. And he's a wonderful guy. Check him out on Apple Music. Henry, D-E-E, Henry D. Okay, that's my Patty Duke tribute. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. Till next time, toodles.